Morning, class 6. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing great and fine and getting ready for your exams. And I have been posting old videos also so that you can follow them. The basic rule point is that you have to, what do you say, get ready with your thorough reading part in your book. Okay, each and every chapter, whatever is there in the syllabus, you have to go ahead and read it thoroughly and understand. If you read thoroughly, you'll know what are the consequences inside the book, right? And what are the parts there, and what type of suppose if a question comes and you get options, if you read the chapter properly, so you'll know that. So you have to focus on your studies, you have to put your brain into it. And I know the IPL is also going on, and you want to watch it because this is the chance. Otherwise, if it would have been like last year's time, you would have been in school, coming home, then studying and all. You can't do it, but everything has to have a gap. So it's a matter of weeks time for your exams. So if you study, you can watch. If you don't study, you don't watch. So you have to do both together. So you try to match it up, try to make a time for your studies. And if you know your subjects well and good, you have to just revise. But if you haven't done anything, please do pull up your socks and get ready to start rocking and getting your exams done online. And another one thing I want to tell you is, in the sense, rather read the questions first, and after that answer. Just don't look at the clock and, looking at the clock and you want to, oh, what's happening, don't get nothing. It's nothing dangerous like that. Each question, 25 questions, so 25 questions will have 1 minute each. That's 25 minutes. You have 40 minutes. Now you break up that time, increase the time for your each question. So you don't have to go on a watch like that. That watch is there so that you can finish your paper in time, and read the question properly, and the answers are there. So you don't have to look for answers, or you don't have to think for answers. But on the contrary, however, if you don't study your chapter, you won't know your answers. Okay, so it's like that. Question is given, answers are given. So when you read the question, you will try to find that answer. So out of those 4 options, the answer, it's like KBC. Okay, it's not going to be Kaun Banega Crorepati, but it's going to become like who's going to get 40%, who's going to get more than 40%. So it's like that. So let's come to the reader part today, English again, and we'll go ahead with the Street Cries of Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu, right? It's yes, Sarojini Naidu, Street Cries. So we had done the first stanza, which the explanation I had not given in a full type of way. When the dawn first symbol beats upon the sky, rousing the world's labors to cry, labors cry actually, to tend the flock, to bind the mellowing grain, from ardent toil to give, to forget little gain. And fasting men go forth in hurrying feet, buy bread, ring down the eager street. I just gave a part of it. That's the way how I have made it. Cymbal is a musical instrument. The early morning sound in the sky are probably the twittering of birds. I have told you last time this. The word refers to here to the people inhabiting the earth. So it means the people are awakened by the twittering of the birds to go to their work. Now here Sarojini Naidu is trying to clarify the various spheres of labor. She emphasizes on then India's economy. Sarojini Naidu always either goes with the freedom part or something to do with the country. So she has a theme, she has a, she tries to reach out to the people. So you have to understand that it's not just reading the poem and giving the question answers. Oh my God, class 6, right? Anyways, so like India's economy is farming and agriculture oriented, compromising of farmers, shepherds, etc., etc., etc. Okay, now note she's not spoken about anything industrial labor or given any data or any iota of indication, that the whizzing of the factory siren or something like that. She has not said anything like that. She's just given a normal life of people in India as a country. To tend the flock refers to the shepherds To bind the mellowing grain refers to the farmers. They have to bind their grains. Get up, it's morning, and tend your flock. You have to take out your domesticated animals outside, your livestock, whatever. You have to take them to graze. From ardent toil to forge a little gain. Okay, here she is meaning that is showing the zeal of workmen working passionately to earn some profit. Hard work. If you don't work, no karma, there is no dharma. So you have to work to gain something. Whatever your hands have got is what you are going to get. Okay? And fasting men go forth in hurrying feet. Do we not feel that these men are actually on fast? They just got up from sleep. Since last night's dinner or supper, whatever they had, their stomach is not yet full. So it's like a fast. And fasting men go forth in hurrying feet. They just get up from their bed, freshen up, and they just go out on their work. They were on fast and really hungry. Now upon waking, that makes them go hurriedly to the man hawking food. Now once they get up, some people who don't cook at home, they go out from their work. Like when I'm in Kolkata, I never have breakfast at home. Like I'm not that guy who's going to sit at my dining table and put bread and butter on my bread and take an egg or whatever, any fruits or fruit juice or a glass of milk or anything or a protein shake. I'll not do that. I never have breakfast at home in Kolkata, because life is seriously very fast there and you can't waste time. So if I have to reach office by 9 o'clock, or if I have to reach work, sometimes it's office, sometimes it's work. So if I have to reach work by 10, I have to leave house at 8 o'clock. There are jams on the road, it's office time, and cram jams. Each signal, suppose if I reach office, while I'm going to my office, I have to cross 11 signals. 11 signals, 77 minutes, that's 1 hour. More than 1 hour goes. And then there are separate jams, separate issues on the road. Then there is the police checking, and if you overspeed, then there are cameras, you are stopped and you get a ticket and whatnot. You are not fined on the spot, you get a ticket and then you have to again deposit it in the bank and whatnot goes on. It's a very fast life, and people don't look at you in Kolkata, they won't stare at you like that. And you have to just go on, and while on my way to my work, I am always eating something. So by the time I reach my workplace or whatever I'm doing in Kolkata, I get my fill, and I get digested also. I walk a lot, I go through subways a lot, I use the trains a lot, the metro rails a lot. It's very easy. If I have a mood in taking out my bike, I take out my bike or the car, whatever. So it's better you not go out with your two-wheeler in the evening. It's okay, you go out with the car. On Sundays you go out, but generally on a working day it's advisable, if you want to go and finish your work in a good mood and complete it, yes, it's better you travel by bus, or there are AC buses. And also this is what happens. I get up in a fasting, somehow just drink my tea or coffee, whatever, and I get ready, have my shower, and I move off. That's the fasting, because I have to go and work and earn. Different people earn in different ways. So that's the one they are saying. So we hurriedly go to that shop, where we have our favorite foods or something, or someone is selling the good fresh food in the morning. Or we take a fruit salad, or we buy some fruits, or we have a banana, or we have a milkshake, or anything, whatever, So buy bread, ring down the eager street. The poet talks about bread. Quite amazing. Do we find a change in the Indian food habit? Actually, we don't. From stale rice soaked in water, a staple breakfast for the toiling class, to bread, are the Western cuisine influencing Indian palate. Need to ponder. By the way, the poem was published in 1905 in a book of collected poems of the poet Golden Threshold. Now what she's trying to say in this line is that buy bread, okay? From stale rice soaked in water, what happens I'll come back in the next video.